city is still cold, but I've got a blueprint of a story untold. A tap on the screen and my rhythm is set, charging ahead with no room for regret. Feet on the pavement, my mind on the stars, no limits to where we can take what is ours. So whenever clicks as my pulse starts to rise, a vision of triumph in digital skies. We are the builders, the movers, the bold, refusing to fit in the molds that they hold. Every heartbeat is a step to the peak, living the life that the dreamers all seek.
Welcome to The Explainer, everyone. Today, we're strapping in for a super high-energy exploration into a transformation that's literally touching all of our lives, right down to the threads on our backs. We're looking at how our everyday apparel is rapidly evolving. We're talking moving from simple woven fabric into intelligent technology, and ultimately into tools that empower our mindset and our future. So, what if your clothes could predict the future? Now, obviously, I don't mean like a magic crystal ball, but just imagine a very real world where your garments are actively tracking your biomechanics, where they're predicting devastating sports injuries before you even feel a twinge of pain. Imagine clothes that map out your optimal sleep patterns and even visually inspire your future educational paths. I know, it sounds a bit like science fiction, right? But as we're about to see, this future is already woven right into the present. Section 1, the Smart Textile Revolution. We're officially moving away from reactive sports medicine and stepping right into an era where artificial intelligence and wearable tech continuously analyze an athlete's physical output. 17%. Just let that sink in for a second. That is the undeniable result of putting this technology into practice at the absolute highest level of collision sports. The NFL actually partnered with AWS to create this thing called the Digital Athlete Project. By combining data from 38 perfectly calibrated 5K cameras with player tracking, their AI runs millions, and I mean literally millions, of simulations to calculate precise injury risks. By relying on these insights, the NFL achieved a 17% drop in concussions in 2024. That's their lowest rate on record. Absolutely incredible. But hey, this data-driven success extends way beyond American football. Over in global soccer, an AI platform named Zone 7 digested 200 million hours of training and match data. 200 million. And because of that, it can now predict injury risks with a mind-blowing 72% accuracy. When the Spanish club Getafe utilized this platform, they saw a 40% drop in injuries in year one. But it gets better. As the AI learned, that injury reduction skyrocketed to a staggering 66% in year two. Mathematically ensuring an injury never happens, that's basically the new baseline for athletic success now. And the craziest part? This tech is expanding rapidly beyond just the professional leagues. The addressable market for smart custom jerseys is absolutely exploding right now. Team sports is commanding the largest share at 42.3%, and that is primarily driven by youth sports growth. Individual sports and corporate wellness are right behind them. With innovations in digital printing, advanced textiles, and AI-powered fit engines, the gear that protects the pros is rapidly becoming the standard custom teamwear for amateur programs and youth athletes worldwide. It's a real game changer. Moving on to Section 2, Rest, Recovery, and Sleep. Because true physical potential isn't just about what happens out on the field, right? We've got to bridge our focus from the playing field to the bedroom. Take a look at this. A really fascinating study at UMass Amherst examined our common sleeping postures. You know, the uriner, the free faller, the starfish, we all have one. Well, researchers developed what they call the pajama. It uses these fiber-enhanced textiles that can actually extract physiological sensing data simply based on the pressure and position of those common sleeping postures. It processes all of that just to analyze your rest. And building on that idea, scientists at the University of Cambridge have developed a true sleep monitoring revolution. Their smart pajamas use a washable fabric equipped with a soft collar printed with highly conductive graphene ink. It's so sensitive, it detects minute changes in skin resistance caused just by your breathing. But the real magic? That's in the software, the SleepNet AI. It accurately identifies 6 sleep behaviors. We're talking diagnosing snoring, teeth grinding, even sleep apnea, with an astonishing 98% accuracy. Honestly, it's a non-invasive, highly accurate way to improve the sleep quality that impacts our everyday health and focus. No bulky hospital equipment required. All right, Section 3, Official Launch of the Smart Dream Jersey. Let's look at how this high-performance mindset is visually represented in everyday apparel. We're super excited to dive into the official launch of the new Smart Dream Jersey collection. Just look at these designs. They feature these incredible digital, circuit board-inspired aesthetics, super vibrant color gradients, and dynamic energy lines designed to really embody a technologically advanced era. Whether you're sweating it out on the field or just navigating campus life, this product launch aims to provide a tangible, everyday representation of wearing your ultimate potential. The core concept here is literally wearing your potential. The Smart Dream jersey serves as this perfect thematic bridge in the ecosystem. It takes the cutting-edge hardware of sports tech that we just talked about and connects it to the software of the human mind. It's a total statement piece indicating optimization and focus. That underlying mindset, that relentless, unstoppable drive for preparation and education is exactly what the broader Smart Dream ecosystem is built upon. Which brings us to Section 4, Smart Vision, Empowering Students. This seamlessly pivots us right to the digital engine behind the Apparel, a YouTube ecosystem designed specifically for learning. The channel operates on this incredibly powerful tagline, "Students, the hope of the nation." I absolutely love that. While smart textiles optimize the physical body, this channel is dedicated entirely to optimizing the mental and educational performance of today's youth. It's a dedicated hub built for guidance, for inspiration, and for helping students navigate crucial life decisions. Think of the channel as a lifeline, designed specifically for Gen Z and Bato 8 students in Malaysia who are standing right there at the crossroads of their post-SPM and STPM lives. They offer these amazing deep dives into youth motivation and complete mindset resets. They also don't shy away from the hard stuff. They tackle heavy, real-world campus issues with short, impactful dramas on anti-bullying, integrity, and anti-corruption. And maybe most importantly, they help students answer that massive, honestly kind of daunting question of choosing between a diploma or a degree and figuring out which institution is right for them. Now, a huge key component of the Smart Dream Smart Vision channel is its direct connection to higher education admissions at University Selangor, or UNISEL. The channel provides totally exclusive info for students, particularly for Anak Selangor, or permanent residents. And it actually directs the audience to contact admissions representatives, like Enshi Kamir, to directly begin their diploma or degree journeys. It's action-oriented, right there at your fingertips. Well, we've journeyed all the way from AI predicting injuries on the football field to graphene pajamas analyzing our sleep, and all the way through the launch of the Smart Dream jersey and vital resources for university life. It's a lot, right? So I want to leave you with this final provocative thought to ponder today. How are you equipping yourself, both physically and mentally, for your dunya baru, your new world? Something to think about. Thanks so much for joining me on this explainer, and I'll catch you on the next one.
Imagine throwing your favorite gym shirt in the laundry, and without you even realizing it, that shirt sends a secure message to your doctor saying you're at an elevated risk for a muscle tear.
Or maybe even a heart issue, yeah.
Exactly. I mean, it sounds like complete science fiction. For our entire lives, we've expected one thing from getting dressed in the morning, which is just utility.
Right. You put on a shirt, it covers your back, keeps you warm.
Maybe makes a statement about your style. But it's always been a one-way street. You wear the clothes.
They are totally passive objects.
Yeah.
We act upon them. They don't act upon us. But that paradigm has completely shifted.
Okay, let's unpack this. Because I think the best analogy here is that for centuries, our clothes were just the hardware. Today, we're looking at how they've essentially become the software.
I love that analogy. We have officially crossed the threshold into an era of active, intelligent garment. Your clothes don't just cover your body anymore. They continuously read it.
And that is our mission for this deep dive. We are exploring the massive explosion of the smart textile industry.
It's a huge space right now.
It really is. We're going to see how this tech is fundamentally altering professional sports, how it's democratizing into everyday custom apparel, specifically looking at the launch of the visually stunning Smart Dream brand jerseys.
Oh, those are incredible.
We'll get into those for sure. And we'll even look at how this technology is infiltrating our bedrooms to diagnose health issues while we sleep.
The through line here is a migration away from a reactive healthcare and sports medicine model.
So waiting until a bone is broken or a muscle is torn to fix it.
Right, moving away from that to a proactive real-time prevention model.
Yeah.
It's a fundamental shift in how we interact with our own biology. We are basically using our wardrobes to predict the future.
To truly understand the future of everyday clothing, though, we really have to start at the absolute cutting edge of human performance. Professional sports franchises have basically been the incubation chambers for this.
Because the stakes are so high. We aren't just talking about sweat-wicking materials to keep an athlete cool anymore.
Right.
For decades, sports medicine operated after the fact. A player limps off the pitch, they report a nagging pain, and the medical staff responds.
But relying on an athlete's subjective feeling of pain is, well, it's becoming obsolete, isn't it?
Completely obsolete.
Right.
The sports industry has entered this deeply data-driven era. They're fusing artificial intelligence, machine learning, and advanced wearables to predict injuries before the player even feels a twinge.
Let's look at the NFL's Digital Athlete Project, because they partnered with AWS to establish a completely new benchmark for collision sports, and the mechanism is just mind-blowing.
The scale of it is wild. They installed 38 perfectly calibrated cameras in stadiums.
38 cameras.
Yeah, recording 5K video at 60 frames per second. So that gives them 38 unique angles of every single play.
But the cameras are just capturing the visual data, right?
Exactly. Then they combine that feed with player tracking data coming directly from sensors worn by the athletes.
And my AI just crunches all of that.
It takes that fused data and runs literally millions of simulations.
Yeah.
It analyzes the speed of the impact, the angle of the helmet, the weather.
Even the weather.
Yeah, and the biometric strain on the player. All of that to calculate precise, localized injury risks.
And it actually works. Because of those digital athlete simulations, the NFL recorded a 17% drop in concussions in 2024.
Which is their lowest rate on record. They aren't just treating concussions better. They're actually structuring the game to prevent them from happening.
And we see the exact same proactive shift in global soccer. There's this AI platform called Zone 7 that acts like a crystal ball for team medical staffs.
Zone 7 is fascinating. The system digested 200 million hours of training and match data.
Wow.
Yeah, and by learning the microscopic patterns that precede an injury, it predicted injury risks with a 72% accuracy rate across 11 professional teams.
Take the Spanish club Getafe, for instance. They started using this system, and they saw a 40% drop in injury volume in their first year.
Which is huge on its own.
Huge. But then, as the AI engine grew smarter and learned the specific biomechanics of their roster in the second year, their injury reduction skyrocketed to a 66% drop.
A 66% drop in injuries. It's almost unbelievable.
How is that even possible?
To understand how they achieved that, we have to talk about what the industry calls digital twin architecture.
Digital twin. So like a video game character that perfectly mirrors the real-life player's current physical state.
Yes. Imagine creating a real-time virtual replica of an athlete's exact musculoskeletal system inside a computer.
Okay.
So if you have a star midfielder, the coach doesn't just guess if they're too tired to play on Sunday. They can run localized fatigue modeling on that digital twin.
Right.
They virtually test how that specific player's body will react to a heavy schedule, allowing for completely individualized rest planning.
Oh, I see. So the AI might flag that the midfielder's sprint speed dropped by 2% in the 80th minute over 3 consecutive games.
Indicating their hamstring is on the verge of snapping. Exactly. So the coach benches them before the injury ever occurs.
But let me pause you there, because athletes have been wearing smartwatches and chest heart rate monitors for a decade. Why reinvent the wheel and weave this tech into an entire shirt?
Because a smartwatch or a chest strap is an external accessory. They measure highly localized data points, mostly just cardiovascular output.
Right, just your pulse, basically.
Yeah. But to build an accurate digital twin, you need a multimodal fusion system. Smart uniforms today are woven with sensors covering the entire body completely unobtrusively.
So they provide the full biomechanical picture.
Exactly.
It sounds like the difference between holding a thermometer under your tongue versus your entire nervous system broadcasting directly to the coach's iPad.
That is a perfect way to visualize it. The modern frontier combines this full-body wearable sensor data seamlessly with those camera-based computer vision streams.
And what is the smart uniform actually tracking?
Kinematic indicators. It looks for early movement abnormalities. For instance, it can detect excessive knee valgus.
Knee valgus, you mean when a player lands from a jump and their knee dangerously caves inward, putting pressure on the ACL?
Yes, exactly that. It also detects gait asymmetry, meaning you're favoring one leg over the other without realizing it.
Oh, wow.
Or prolonged eccentric braking, which is when muscles lengthen under high tension, like when you're running downhill or suddenly decelerating. That causes micro tears. And the smart fabric feels all of this happening in real time.
But to understand how a shirt can broadcast your nervous system without making you feel like you're wearing a clunky spacesuit, we really need to zoom in on the materials.
Right. We have to distinguish between passive smart clothing and active or ultra-smart clothing.
Passive being, like a shirt that changes color in the sun.
Or uses special weaves to regulate body heat. It just reacts to the environment. But active smart textiles feature embedded sensors with actual machine learning capabilities.
Like the Strive Sense 3 system, these are compression shorts that integrate EMG sensors right into the garment.
And EMG stands for electromyography.
So it's actually feeling the electricity in the muscle.
It detects the tiny electrical signals your motor neurons send to make a muscle contract.
That is wild.
By weaving those into the shorts, the garment measures muscle activation, fatigue levels, and left-right leg symmetry dynamically while the athlete is sprinting.
And the conductive fibers themselves have seen incredible advancements. I was reading about a Japanese startup called AI Silk. They developed something called LEAD SKIN.
LEAD SKIN is fantastic. These are highly conductive fibers that capture continuous heart rate and muscle activity.
But the wild part is that they remain incredibly lightweight. You wouldn't even know the fibers were there.
And we aren't sacrificing precision for comfort either. Hexoskin, a Canadian company, produces wearable clothing that monitors ECG, electrocardiograms, and respiration with true medical-grade accuracy.
Right.
It's so reliable that NASA astronauts wear it, along with top-tier researchers and the military.
But let's be real for a second. Here's where it gets really interesting, but also a bit confusing for me. What happens when I accidentally throw a medical-grade ECG shirt into the washing machine on high heat?
It's the ultimate practical hurdle.
Because I shrink regular sweaters all the time. If this tech is fragile, it's totally useless to the average person.
Well, the durability advancements over the last few years have completely solved it. Innovations like DuPont's Intexar stretchable electronic ink are specifically validated to survive over 100 intense wash cycles.
A stretchable ink.
Yeah, they stretch the fabric, they bend, and they don't snap. This tech is built for real life now, for sweat, mud, and heavy agitation.
So if the tech is finally durable enough for a hot spin cycle, there's literally nothing stopping this from hitting everyday consumer closets.
Nothing at all.
And we are absolutely seeing that explosion right now. It is causing a massive disruption in the custom apparel market, rapidly migrating out of billionaire sports franchises down to local gyms and streetwear.
The addressable market for smart custom jerseys is projected to hit $640 million by 2034.
Wow.
And that demand is largely being driven by a 23% global increase in sports participation over the past 5 years.
And the economics of making these custom smart jerseys have completely flipped. Innovations in sublimation printing have slashed production costs.
Sublimation printing is fascinating. Instead of printing ink on top of the fabric, like an old graphic tee where it eventually cracks and peels.
Right, which looks terrible after a few washes.
Sublimation uses heat to turn the ink into a gas, which then bonds directly with the fabric fibers.
So it never fades, it breathes perfectly, and when you pair it with AI-powered pattern recognition, the per-unit cost for complex, multicolor smart designs dropped from $4.20 down to just $1.85.
Plus, automated embroidery systems have compressed production lead times from 45 days to just 7 to 10 days.
Which brings us to the official launch of the Smart Dream brand jerseys. Have you seen these launch designs?
They are visually stunning.
Visually stunning, but what they represent is even cooler. This brand perfectly illustrates the fusion of high-end fashion with the exact medical-grade biometrics we just talked about.
Like the LED skin technology and integrated EMG sensors.
Exactly. I spent all morning looking at their new lineup. You have this fusion of high-end fashion with very tech-inspired aesthetics. There's a teal and navy blue jersey covered in sharp, shattered glass style shapes.
Marrying aesthetics with elite functionality.
Right. Next to it, a purple jersey that literally has black circuit board traces running down from the collar, bleeding into vibrant orange spikes at the bottom.
They are visually communicating that the garment is wired.
There's a dark charcoal one fading into a matrix of binary code, and another with a bold neon pink and teal halftone gradient. But on every single one of these Smart Dream jerseys, right there on the left sleeve, is a very prominent QR code.
That QR code is the bridge between the physical and the digital. It enables digital engagement, merchandise tracking, and direct fan interaction.
You scan that sleeve, and it unlocks a whole digital ecosystem. It's like wearing your digital avatar in the real world. You aren't just wearing a team color, you're wearing an interactive billboard.
And this connects to a broader shift in consumer behavior, particularly for Gen Z consumers, aged 16 to 24. They engage heavily with influencer-driven social commerce.
Right.
They want their clothing to be an extension of their digital identity.
which ties perfectly into the brilliant digital content strategy we are seeing from Smart Dream. If you look at their Smart Dream, Smart Vision YouTube channel, they are heavily targeting students.
Yes.
They talk about Dunya Baru, or A New World, encouraging youth to secure their futures at universities like UNICEL in Malaysia. But they are pairing this youth empowerment message with cutting-edge digital engagement.
Specifically, augmented reality or AR try-on experiences in virtual fashion shows. The custom jersey market is being revolutionized by this AR tech.
It's crazy.
Digital platforms now offer real-time design previews. A fashion creator can design a smart jersey, hold up their phone, and see a fully rendered 3D version of it reacting to the lighting in their room.
Without any material waste at all.
None. And they can broadcast these virtual fashion shows to global audiences.
And it solves a massive business problem for e-commerce, too. 3D body scanning and AI-powered fit recommendation engines have reduced e-commerce return rates from 12% down to just 6.2%.
Because the AI scans your dimensions through your phone camera and tells you exactly how the medium will drape on your shoulders versus the large.
So the technology isn't just woven into the shirt, it's embedded in how you buy the shirt, how you see yourself in it before a single piece of fabric is even cut.
It is the ultimate democratization of professional-grade manufacturing. An individual fitness enthusiast now has access to the exact same biometric injury prevention that pro teams have.
So if our clothing can monitor our muscle fatigue, predict an ACL tear, and optimize us while we are playing a weekend soccer match, the logical next step is monitoring us when we are at our most vulnerable.
When we are asleep? The global wellness industry has completely redefined how people measure progress. The focus has shifted from just tracking your active exertion to tracking your recovery. The 24/7 wardrobe is here.
I was blown away by how this tech adapts for waking recovery versus sleeping.
Yeah.
Take wearable X's Naughty X yoga pants.
Oh, those are brilliant.
They use woven haptic sensors to gently vibrate and guide your posture. It acts like a wearable instructor. If your alignment is off during a warrior pose, it gives you a physical tap on the calf to correct you.
That is great for waking hours. But sleepwear presents a totally unique engineering hurdle.
I call it the baggy problem. A compression shirt can easily measure your heart rate because it's glued to your skin. But pajamas, by definition, they are supposed to be loose.
Right.
If I'm wearing a baggy flannel shirt to bed, how can it possibly read my heartbeat?
This is where the University of Massachusetts had a massive breakthrough with their Fijama project.
Yeah.
They had to solve the problem of measuring physiological signals through extremely loose textiles.
Okay, how did they do it?
They designed two types of novel sensors to obtain what they call ballistic signals.
Ballistic signals? That sounds pretty intense for a pair of pajamas.
It sounds aggressive, but it just refers to the physical, mechanical movement generated by your cardiac and respiratory rhythms.
Oh, I see.
Every time your heart beats, it literally creates a tiny ballistic impact, a shock wave on the surface of your body.
So how do the baggy pajamas feel that tiny shock wave without being tight against the chest?
They use a combination of resistive pressure sensors and triboelectric sensors. They mapped out the natural friction points of the human body in bed.
Right.
Even if the pajama is loose, there are places where the fabric is pressed between your arm and your chest, or between your back and the mattress.
Or even just the weight of a heavy blanket.
The triboelectric sensors leverage the microscopic changes in separation between the layers of the pajamas as your chest expands to breathe, or as your heart creates that shockwave.
Ah, so it measures those tiny static changes to map your heart rate and respiration, even when you are tossing and turning.
Yes.
That is incredible. And across the pond, the University of Cambridge developed their own sleep monitoring pajamas. But instead of harnessing static, they feature a soft collar printed with graphene ink.
Graphene is a wonder material. The ink is highly conductive and flexible. It allows the collar to detect microscopic changes in skin resistance and temperature caused by your breathing.
And the real magic is the artificial intelligence they paired it with, an algorithm called SleepNet.
The performance of SleepNet is staggering. The algorithm can identify 6 different sleep behaviors, including normal breathing, snoring, teeth grinding.
And 2 distinct types of sleep apnea, right, with over 98% accuracy.
Over 98%. And it does this entirely on the edge, meaning it doesn't need to be tethered to a computer or draining your mobile phone's battery all night.
It processes the data right there. But let's be real. If you're at home just trying to get some sleep, the last thing you want is to feel like a science experiment with wires poking into your ribs.
Right.
So what does this all mean for my actual comfort?
You won't feel a thing. The core design philosophy driving the industry right now is emotional design.
Emotional design.
The technology has advanced to the point where it is essentially invisible, completely unobtrusive. The goal isn't to make clothes that look like machines. The goal is to make machines that feel exactly like clothes.
They act as quiet companions.
Yes. They translate massive amounts of biometric data into comfort and peace of mind without you ever noticing they're at work.
What's fascinating here is that phenomenal synthesis of comfort and computation. We've taken quite a journey today through the evolution of the modern wardrobe.
We really have.
We started by looking at how reactive sports medicine evolved into the AI-driven proactive injury prevention of the NFL and global soccer teams.
Which is saving athletes' careers.
Truly. We explored how that tech got durable enough for the washing machine, leading to the bold aesthetics and integrated EMG sensors of the Smart Dream custom jerseys.
And those amazing AR try-on experiences.
Exactly. And finally, we landed on graphene-laced pajamas that can diagnose sleep apnea just from the friction of your breathing.
The primary takeaway for you, listening, is recognizing that your clothing is no longer just a passive accessory hanging in a closet.
It is actively transitioning into a lifelong healthcare and performance partner.
It really is.
But, as always, we want to leave you with a final thought to mull over. Something that builds on all this incredible technology, but maybe wasn't directly addressed in the glossy marketing brochures.
The privacy question.
Yes. As our clothing gains the ability to constantly track, quantify, and analyze every single heartbeat, every drop of sweat, and every hour of sleep, who actually owns the data your shirt is collecting?
It introduces a massive question regarding bodily autonomy.
If a smart jersey detects a high injury risk, does a coach have the right to bench you against your will, even if you feel perfectly fine?
Or worse, does a health insurance company have the right to raise your premiums based on the sleep apnea your pajamas heard last night?
We are all eagerly putting on the software, but we really need to figure out who controls the source code, something for you to chew on next time you get dressed.